Okay, this is a review of my Onikiri Katana, and let's unbox it and see what's in there. Now, I did a review already of this, but I was kind of rough on the sword, because I just thought it was something else, but now that I've used it a while, I see that this is a superior sword than what I bought. So, as you see, you get this nice little box that comes with it, and this is how the sword comes. You get a sword bag in there, and you get a certificate of authenticity. Open it up. Has all the info in it, like model number, overall length, stuff like that. It has a serial number, tells you thickness. The sword's made out of 45 high carbon steel, and this is how the sword looks. It's pretty good looking. Draw it out. Comes with a acid etched Homon on there. Flip it over. Okay. Has a little dragon on there. There's two pegs holding the handle on there. Has Musashi style handguard, or whatever it's called, Ishiba, whatever. As you see, it's unsigned, but it's made by Onikiri, which Onikiri, as I found out, this Musashi and Onikiri, they're the same company. It's just, to me, Onikiri, they make slightly better katanas, and this is a pretty good sword. I mean, I didn't pay that much for it. It cost less than the Musashi practical katana, or daimyo, whatever it's called. I mean, they're exactly the same in every regard, except for a few minor details. The sword, I've used it a lot. When it comes, I mean, it was dull, except for, let me draw this out. Yeah, I shouldn't have sheathed it. At least you do. Except for, like, first 5 inches of the blade up here, it was, that was sharp. The rest of it wasn't, sharp at all. And I sharpened it up, and it's held a pretty good edge and everything else like that. Let's see, sharpness. I don't know what else I can say about the sword. I mean, it's a good sword. If you see it, it's on Amazon. It's listed as Samurai Katana Sharp, and the seller is Master Cutlery or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'll post all the info like right there up under the video. And it's a good sword. It's a very good sword. Very good sword for the money. And let's see, what else can I say about it? Oh yeah, I already said about the sword bag and the sheath and everything else like that. I don't know. I guess that's it. I mean, if you see this sword, it's on Amazon. I recommend buying it. I mean, it's a good first sword to get. It was my first sword, and it's real sharp. It's basically the same sword as the other guy on YouTube has, fat guy with a katana. I mean, it's the same sword, but it just costs a little bit less, same quality, same everything. Because as I said, Musashi and Onikiri, they're the same makers of swords, and it's pretty good. I mean, you see my other YouTube videos I have on there, Mr. Zombie Hunter 88, and you see this sword on there. That's what it is. This is the sword I've used. And I've cut pork and stuff with it, which, if you do use a sword to cut meat with, clean it. I mean, clean it immediately, because I'm not sure if you can see the stains on here, but there's a little bit of staining from the pork. I mean, it's hard to see. Kind of left some stains on the blades. I mean, it's not too bad. And, I mean, you can't really see it unless it's under really good light, but they're there. And let's see, what else can I say about the sword? I guess that's it. I mean, that's one sword to have. If oh yeah, and one thing, if you do get any carbon steel blade, any at all, basically, if you want to clean it after you get done using it, if you've been cutting water jugs or anything like that, first you get one rag, you wipe it down, get all the water and anything off of it. Then you take a second rag, you put some 70% or higher rubbing alcohol in it, and because you want at least about 70%, 90% is good, but I use 70. And you wipe that down first, you wipe the whole blade and everything else. Then you get some mineral oil, which is sold at, drugstores and stuff like that. And you wipe that down, and that's, the mineral oil is with the preservative. The alcohol, which you put on there first, that just removes any water, staining, stuff like that. And then you put the mineral oil on there to take off, to preserve it. And you put a light coating on there. Don't go overboard with it, because the wood sheath that comes with these swords, and any sword, it will swell if you put too much mineral oil on it. And so if you're using it for fast draw or anything like that, that can make that can make a difference. But regular people like us, who's backyard cutting, no. But as I said, that's what you do. You just wipe it down with some mineral oil, put it back in the thing, you store it with the blade pointed down, and that's how you do it. Slide it back in the sheath. So, would I use this sword for zombie hunting? Yes. Yes, I would. Because, I mean, it's an excellent deal for the money. And, put it on there. You see, that's just the brand. This sword is also sold as Musashi Onikiri sword on some other websites. And, it's the same sword. So, guess that's it. Well, I guess that's it. I mean, I'll put any other info, and if you have any questions about the sword, go ahead and just leave me a post. But don't leave anything retarded up there. Be like, oh, well, it's not a real Japanese sword. It's made in China. I'm like, yes, it's made in China. Every sword is made in China. The reason being is that if you want a real Japanese sword, it's going to take 6 months, and it's going to take several $1,000s. I mean, the cheapest one I've ever seen is, it starts at, it was $7,000, and they go up. And don't think, I can just go to Japan and get one, because you can't. Because you have to get a special exportation permit to get a real Japanese katana, and you can't get it when you're on vacation, because it takes like 2 or 3 weeks or a month to get one. So, don't even start with that mess with me. Just, keep it real. But as I said, I mean, if you see this sword on Amazon, get it. You can learn how to sharpen it, which isn't too hard. The edge holding on here, it's pretty good. I mean, I've used this since last 6 months, I believe. I mean, I got it 6 months ago, and I've been using it continuously since. I mean, it's a little bit dull now, but it's, it's lasted all that time. And I guess that's it. If as I said, if you have any comments, questions, anything you'd like to know, go ahead and leave me a post, but just don't leave any retarded crap up there, because I just won't respond. And that's it. Oh yeah. One last thing I got to say. The actual blade itself, that is made on this sword, this particular brand of sword. The blade is made by Musashi. Not Musashi. The blade is Onikiri. Comes from the same factory, but it's their brand. And then this all down here, the handguard, the Tushiba, whatever it's called, this metal part right here, it's made by Musashi. So all this you see down here is from a Musashi sword, custom made. And this part right here, the Tushiba, whatever it's called, it's actually made out of iron. It's not zinc like a lot of swords, like the Musashi brand swords. It's iron. I didn't bring a magnet out here to show you, but this is actually made out of iron. I guess you would call it steel, but iron, steel, whatever. Either way, it's really strong. It's not zinc, so if you use this and you actually hit the handguard, you're not going to break it. I mean, it's tough. And I guess that's it. Nothing else I can say about the sword, handguard, stuff like that. So, I'll cut this off. I'm out.